introduction, we're just going to go into the tourniquet. John mentioned a couple of things during class, if you're paying attention. One of them is setting the tourniquet up in advance. So if you guys, so first of all, do you guys have tourniquets? You guys all have them. All right, that's a good start. Setting up the tourniquet, most of you have at least taken them out of the plastic wrap. Okay. Well, you know, you guys laugh at me. Sometimes that's an issue here. Right? Part of setting this thing up, for me at least, is I want to get this circle this big, fold it over like this, and then fold it over one more time. Try to get it down to at least the windlass length. Okay. So if I need to open this thing up in a hurry, I can get this thing up in a hurry. So I'm going to give you, each of you get a tourniquet. You get a tourniquet. Let's play with that for a second. I'm going to show you something else. John made another mention about don't reuse your life-saving equipment. You see these are all labeled as training tourniquets. In the last class we did this because we reused this tourniquet over and over again. We tore this bare red apart, literally from cranking it down. Okay? So I can use this for demonstration purposes here today, but I cannot crank on it until that part is done. So what you guys want to be able to do, once you have it folded in that fashion, today we're just probably going to work on self-rescue. You guys are going to do your dominant arm. So when I say you're going to do your dominant arm, you're going to have it folded like this, like we just talked about. You have it available to you. Fold it over like this with the windlass available. Okay. If you're a right-handed person, I want you to use your left hand, and I want you to put the tourniquet on your right arm. Okay. So we talked about where, okay? John mentioned the femoral arteries and the brachial arteries, right? You're putting a tourniquet on, what we are teaching is pretty much high and tight. Up in the groin, up in the armpit. You want to stop these major pipelines here. Okay, that's what we're trying to work towards. You're doing this. So we suck in two ways when it comes to putting tourniquets on. So number one, most of the time you're all dressed like this, right? It's just hard as hell to actually see whether or not there's a bleeding wound on there. So one of the first things I tell people is, if you're going to think you put a tourniquet on, feel. You're looking for the blood, right? You're looking for that pooling. You're using your hands as well as your eyes. Second thing is, I must have about 8 pounds of shit in my pockets as it is all the time anyway. If you're going to try and put a tourniquet on my leg, you better be prepared to take a knife, a pen, an eyeglass, a wallet, a gun, whatever else. Tourniquet is not going to be helpful if you have something in the way. If at all possible, expose. Right? You can either try and empty somebody's pockets or you can just cut your pants. Get to it. Okay. Let's start with, take the tourniquet, non-dominant hand, up into your arm on your dominant side, please. Go ahead and put the tourniquet on. While you're getting that ready, one of the things you want to do, because we're going to tighten down with the windlass, is you want to grab this strap and you want to make sure that you're pulling this thing as tightly as possible down on your arm, like you're cinching it down. And the other thing, because we don't have time to let you make the mistake, is if you have the windlass on this side of your arm when you're trying to tighten it down, it's going to be a lot harder. Try to put the windlass where you're going to be able to get it. Basically, you remember going down this way.
This way?
Yeah, that way. All right, so just take that tail and wrap it around. Yep. Now, the things John made a big emphasis on the whole time we were doing this is you practice like you play. I want you now all to apply the tourniquet like you had a bleeding wound on your arm. And you will all hate me by the time we're done because I know you made sure what we're going to be working for is you want to make sure you have stopped the blood flow to this extremity. The way we're going to test it is we're going to look for the color of your hand, and we're going to do a capillary refill test. If you squeeze your fingernail bed, if I squeeze mine, you'll see in about a second or so, all the blood flows back in. If we have this on correctly, your hand is going to turn white, and when I squeeze your nail bed, it'll be at least 5 seconds until the blood goes back in. So get to cranking. We're going to check This is practice like you play, over and over and over again. And I'm gonna check these, and I'm gonna make sure that you have them on correct order. Because it's gotta have that look in your eye, where it's like, shit, this hurts. So the benefit, I hurts. Yeah. It is. I was doing that earlier. That really, right. So, okay, you hear the difference between, oh, that hurts, and oh, that really hurts? That's what you want to feel, okay? All right. Look at it. So it's the length is an issue, right? You don't want to get insert that all. That's good. All right. So. I'm not going to take that. That's why you feel the difference from where you had it to where I had it. Okay, but that's the point, right? The point at the end of the day is it's got to be that difference. Okay. So that's not good. But all right, this gentleman here got a little bit squirrely, and he actually did what I should have told you to do, which is make sure you secure that tape up. That's to make sure. That's right. If I could spin this without working hard, right, then you didn't put it on. Hell yeah! Oh, I'm good. So now all the rest of you boys, if you see me doing this spin, you're gonna be ready. Oh yeah.
He prefers it if they're around his time.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
The Dolphins just slap it right. That, okay. Now again, that's half a turn. You feel the difference in what that feels like. That's what you're looking like. Okay, you look like you're in town.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. That's good. Okay. All right. So you guys are spun. That's delightful. You're in a great position. But listen, guys, at the end of the day, the first thing you're looking for is if you're doing that to your friend, you need to know what that tension feels like. Know what it's like when you're cranking that thing down. Yeah, now you're hopefully going to have some sort of visual indication. You're hoping the blood is going to stop. They may not. This capillary refill test, if you're showing up on them and you're 2 or 3 minutes in and they've had a brachial bleeder, they may not have enough blood to perfuse any. We use this as a test here because you guys are all theoretically full of 5+ liters of blood. And if we do this test, you can see that in the field that's not the indicator is tactile. Break that thing down. Feel that down. If you're doing that care for yourself, same thing. Crank that thing down. All the way down as far as you possibly can. That's what you need to do. Now, I made the first guys and the last hold the tourniquet on. Did you die? No, you didn't die. Right? So that's the other thing that John mentioned. You can have this on for 2 hours, and you're going to be able to, if anything, you're going to be able to operate and do every single thing you need to be able to do, which is turn it on. To stay in the fight. You're going to continue to be able to try to complete your mission, whether you're protecting, whether you're operate off again, whatever it is. You can do that. Because that discomfort is going to go away. You're going to stay alive with enough blood. Because that's the thing. Once it's on the ground, you can't do nothing. You can't put it back inside. All right, reset your tourniquets if you haven't already done so. Looks like we have a minute to do legs. John, are you going to switch us?
Yeah, it's about time to switch it up. You close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 30 seconds.
30 seconds and then switch.
Very good. You have a question?
One quick question. Yeah, so when you tie this on, you have to have like access on you, like surfaces around, so like, where do you put the access on this?
It's a good question. So normally I'll just let that tail come off on the side, because once you have that tail on here, what you're really doing is this part. That's sort of cinching. If you pull this tail back up, unless you were to pull it all the way off, you're going to continue to maintain the pressure on that rod, right? So just, it's got Velcro all the way around. Just slap it down. Don't make it pretty.
Okay, so that like flappy extra at the end doesn't matter?
So the one quick thing, right, we talked about arm is easy, right? If you're doing a leg, you have disassemble. Don't try to slide it up all the way over somebody. That's a pain in the ass, unless, especially for yourself, right? If you're doing self-care with this, you just wanna get that thing on there, like, slap it down. Your takeaways, make the windlass where you can get it. Pull this down as much as you can to start with, take as much of the slack out. Crank it until it hurts, and then crank it some more. You'll know when you can't turn it anymore. You guys who I came around and corrected, you watched me turn that until I wasn't getting another spin, right? That's all correct.
Just on
Any other questions?
it seems like a
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Leave my tourniquets up here.